Yo, what's up guys? This is your boy Jay Corbett of Team Sanctum, and we're back at it again with another deck profile. And today we're going to be taking a look at Shinobirds, a ritual spirit deck that revolves around shuffling cards back into the deck and putting cards back into your opponent's hand. This deck has been one of the most interesting archetypes that came out of Raging Tempest. Even though it got overshadowed by, Zodiac and all that stuff, I still think this is a contender deck in the competitive scene, and I've been looking at builds online and stuff to see how how certain builds work, and I think I found one of the best builds I think I could find, and then I kind of have to do some fine-tuning for it, but right now this is the build that I'm doing with. It's a Kaiju Shinobird version of it. So we'll get right into the deck profile and show you how it works. So first things first, as always, 3 of Shinobaron Peacock. Shinobaron Peacock basically puts up to 3 monsters that are on the field back into your opponent's hand. It is non-targeting, and if you're able to do it, you're able to special summon a level 4 or lower spirit monster from your hand onto the field, ignoring its summoning conditions. And at the end phase, you get tokens because it comes back into your hand. Well, you can special summon them using its effect. We run 2 Shinobaroness Peacock. Basically, it's the same thing, except this time you can shuffle up to 3 spell or trap cards on the field back into your opponent's deck and special summon a level 4 spirit monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So people are probably going to wonder why I only run 2 of her and not the equal amount of Shinobaron Peacock. It's because most of the time you're not going to be shuffling trap or in spells all the time. Like, most of the time when you're going to be shuffling that stuff back is when you know, like, what's in the back row, or if you know, like, there's no Solemn Strike back there, you're just like, okay, I can shuffle everything back. And if your Pendulum matchup is, like, actually really hard, then this card comes in the clutch. So that's it for the ritual cards. I run 2 Shinobird Crane. Shinobird Crane is basically a free draw if it stays on the field. Once per turn, if a spirit monster would get normal or special summon to the field, I get a draw. That's all he is there for. And if you don't know what and obviously if you don't know what spirit monsters do, spirit monsters go back to your hand at the end phase. That's it for basically the Shinobirds that are in the deck. Now we'll go to the other cards that make this deck work very well. Run 2 Maxi, because of draw power. 2 Aratamas. Aratama basically searches for all the spirit monsters that are in this deck. So if you don't have, like, if you have the ritual spell in your hand, but you don't have none of the ritual monsters, you normal summon this, you get the ritual monster, and then you go off. Nikitama. Run him at 2. When he's normal summoned, you get an extra normal summon for only spirit monsters. I had to relook at this card like a few times because I thought it said you just get a normal summon in general, and I was going to say this card is freaking busted, like how come nobody plays this? But yeah, you only get a free normal summon if the extra normal summon is towards a spirit monster, and if this card leaves the field while you control a spirit monster on the field, you get a free draw. And then one of Hebo, Lord of the River. Yeah, this card basically is a board clearer in a way. Like, if you can't beat over something and you know that you're not beating over anything, you can at least target something, make it into a spirit monster, in phase, it goes back to your opponent's hand. You would mostly do this to, like, monsters that are, like, extra deck monsters. It would go back to your opponent's extra deck. It's very helpful, but it's not one of those cards where it's like, man, I need to play 2 of this. This is more like a one of, like, if they get rid of it, it's like you really didn't kill the deck. So that's it for all the spirit monsters. Now we're going to go into the other monsters that make this deck work. Run 3 of the Manju of the 10,000 Hands. Searches for your ritual spells and your ritual monsters. Basically starts off your ritual plays. And now for the engine that actually works really well with this deck, I run 1 Dogoran, 3 Godarla, and 2 Gameciels. Now, the Kaiju engine works really well in this deck because once you Kaiju over an opponent's monster, you summon out Shinobaron Peacock. Shinobaron Peacock bounces up to 3 monsters on your opponent's field back to your hand. So basically, you Kaiju a problem monster, the Kaiju comes back into your hand because Shinobaron bounces them back to you, and then you just clear board and you just continue all your plays. So that's it for all the monsters. we're going to go into the spells now. So, run 1 Twin Twisters, because Twin Twisters clears board. Run 2 Interrupted Kaiju Slumbers, clears board. Don't chain. If you're playing Vanity's Emptiness, don't chain to this because the destruction of monsters is cost. Like, you won't get the monsters, but you will be able to, like, Dark Hole Regeki your opponent's field with this. And also, most people don't remember about the banish effect of this. Like, you can banish this card from your graveyard to add a Kaiju from your deck to your hand. Run 2 Shinobird Power Spot, gives your spirit monsters 500 attack, and if a wind spirit monster goes back to your hand at the end phase, you can search for a ritual spell or a ritual monster or a spirit monster from your deck to your hand and add it to your hand. So if you open up with this and you have like all the necessary tools to ritual summon and do all that stuff, then you pretty much are going off the entire match. And now for the only draw power in this game, in this deck, because everything searches for itself. 3 trade-ins because all the important level 8 monsters are in the deck. So like, you're probably wondering why I ran the 3 Godarlas, the 2 Gameciels, and the 1 Dogoran. It's because they're all level 8s, including the rituals, which are level 8s. And we will get right to why discarding the level 8s with a trade-in is not a hindrance to this deck, because you run 3 of Shinobird's Calling. This card allows you to ritual summon Shinobaron Peacock or Shinobaroness Peacock, whichever one is your choice, using materials in your hand field. But if there are spirit monsters in your graveyard, you can banish them from the graveyard to ritual summon. So if, say for instance, you have you have 2 Shinobaron Peacocks in your hand and you have this in your hand, you would go activate this, you would send Shinobaron Peacock to the graveyard, special summon this. Oh wait, look, you have a Shinobaroness Peacock and you want to shuffle spell or trap cards in your hand, you activate another one, you banish Shinobaron Peacock that you just sent to the graveyard to summon out Shinobaroness. And then finally, for the search cards, pre-preparation of rights, it can search for either Shinobaron or Shinobaroness. It's had some people actually had to look at it to make sure like I could search for either. Yes, this card does search for either or, because on the ritual spell it says both the cards' names on it. So that's it for the spell cards. There's a low trap card count because this deck is mainly spot removal. So obviously, Solemn Warning, just a one of. 2 Mirror Forces, because in this meta right now, there's not a lot of people realize like attacking into something has. A lot of people don't feel consequences when attacking into something because they do all their stuff to get rid of everything on the field that could be a problem. So they get rid of all your monsters, they get rid of everything, but they don't have anything to get rid of your back row. So they bank that you don't have no back row that can stop them, and then you go Mirror Force. Mirror Force clears their entire field if they leave all their monsters in attack, which 9 times out of 10 they probably will if they're going to go for the OTK. And finally, Secret Rare, Urgent Ritual Art. This is the one trap card that actually makes this deck. Urgent Ritual Art basically allows you to ritual summon on your opponent's turn. You want to do that with this deck because when you ritual summon on your opponent's turn, if they set up a board and then you do activate this and you summon out Shinobaron Peacock and put everything back in their hand, you just spot removaled everything. Like, they can't do anything. They wasted their normal summons. They probably don't have any more monsters to special summon out onto the field. All they possibly can do is just like set back row and then like in phase just hope and pray that like you don't have a play to like get a whole bunch of monsters out onto the field. So that's it for the main deck. Now we're going to take a look at the extra deck. Extra deck is just basically rank 4 spam. Evil Swarm Ouroboros, Gaga Cowboy for game, Castel for spot removal, Double Dark Rebellion, basically to put a beat stick on the field. I think it works. I like Double Dark Rebellion. Some people are gonna say take one out, put in another Castel for spot removal, but here's the thing though, man. Like, sometimes I don't want like a lot of spot removal, and that's just my preference because I already have enough spot removal in this deck. But oh, I didn't even see where the other Castel was, but yeah, I run double Castel with double Dark Rebellion. So yeah, Karagorgan for the target matchups where people target a lot. Abyss Dweller for graveyard effects. Steel Swarm Roach. In this meta, this is basically a walking Solemn Strike. So you summon this out, you have some back row. Past turn, your opponent will have to think about what they want to do. Last week, I played against somebody who didn't really read the card that well, and they like did all their plays. And when they like summoned something out with, because they were playing Crystons, and they immediately summoned something out, I detached and I negated the summon and destroyed it. It was really wonderful. Diamond Dyer, clear stuff on the field. Utopia, Prime, Lightning Package, because yeah. Silent Monarch. If you kaiju something and you can't get your Shino Baron Peacock or Shino Baroness Peacock onto the field, you can probably like normal summon Nikitama, normal summon another level 4 overlay, go into Silent Monarch, detach 2, take your kaiju back that you put onto your opponent's field, and then just like attack with it. And then finally, Gaga Samurai, because he's a generic double attacker, unlike Blade Armor Ninja, who requires warrior monsters. And then for cute stuff, token, 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 token. Oh, that's upside down. Token, 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 token. So that's pretty much it for the entire deck. I don't have a side deck yet made, so another video will probably have to come out that involves me showing you guys what the side deck is going to look like, because I'm going to be going to the April 1st regional here in Columbus, Ohio. So if you guys want to come and meet up with some of the members of Team Sanctum, including myself, just come up to the Columbus regional here on April 1st. And yeah, you guys can meet up with me, meet up with the team, talk with all of us. And just see how we're doing. We're really fun people. We enjoy the game. We enjoy meeting up with new people and meeting with people that enjoy our content. As always, like, comment on the video. Let me hear what you guys think about the deck. Follow us on, well, not follow us, like our page on Facebook. And be sure to subscribe to us for more content. I've been talking to some of my buddies in the team, and yeah, we got some ideas getting cooked up right now, and it's gonna get wild. But as always, thanks for watching. As always, this is Jay Corbett signing out.